Hey everybody, welcome to the 2020-2021 school year. I'm Mr. Cadenhead, the principal at Folsom High School, and I'm excited to reach out to you guys today and share our distance learning schedule and our plan for the next few weeks and make sure that we start to get on the same page here with everything really a week out with our start of school on August 12th. And so I'm going to share our outline of our schedule today, a little bit about student expectations and some important reminders for families. I'm certainly not going to answer all questions that we have. We will be communicating a great deal in the next week or so about all of the login information, how to get rolling in with all the specifics of distance learning. But I do want to cover the schedule in particular today and talk about a few other things. Today we are distributing, it is Wednesday by the way, the 5th. We're distributing Chromebooks to students who do not have a way to get on to distance learning as of the 12th. So we're really prioritizing any student today who does not have a device to get on to distance learning. Because of the size of our student population, it does take us 7 or 8 days to safely get all of the textbooks, student planners, and Chromebooks out to our 2,600 kids. And so there will be students picking up textbooks and Chromebooks during the week, and we will excuse you from those days when you come get your Chromebooks and textbooks. But because of that, there will be some students who will start without a Chromebook in hand. Most of you I know have a device to log in, but those who didn't, we want to make sure that we got you one today so you could get started. So we will also start our distribution as per our email in the next few days. And again, as I said, moving all the way through next week and to the 18th of August. And hopefully we'll be finished at that point in time. So the one thing that I want to remind everybody of is as we communicate, it will largely be by email or video like this. And it's critical that parents keep their email up to date. If your email changes in any way, please notify us. We hope to inform you soon about how you can update your email through the parent portal of School Parent Portal, and keep that up to date anytime that you need. But if you have any questions about that at all, make sure that you reach out to us if you feel you're not getting emails that others are getting, and let us know. Those emails are populated by the information that you enter when you do the registration at the beginning of every single year. And that's one of the reasons it's critical for us to have everybody go through that registration piece on an annual basis to keep those emails up to date. Our district is working on creating student emails, which will allow us as administrators, teachers, staff members to reach out directly to students. It will be a self-contained email system so that students can't email out and others can't email in, but allows us internally to monitor those emails, the safety and security of the emails, and also communicate with our students, which I think is critical during these times. So hopefully that's coming in a few weeks. Let's see, a little bit about the platforms we'll be using on distance learning. We will use Microsoft Teams this year instead of Zoom, primarily because of the security features, but it does have a robust set of collaboration features for students as well. Students, by the way, already have a login and account set up with Microsoft. It's the same login and password that you use for your Google login here at the district. So we will be accessing that to get into Microsoft Teams and engage with your teachers on the first day. We're pairing that with Google Classroom and making sure that Microsoft Teams is our face-to-face platform, and Google Classroom is what I'm going to call our learning management system. Even if it's technically not that, it's kind of where we're going to keep everything and launch you into your Teams links and everything that you'll need. So primarily you'll log into your Google Classroom, which most of you have done in the past. You'll see your classrooms there pre-populated for you, and then within those classes that we've placed you, you will move into your Teams meetings as the teachers have scheduled them. I also want to let you know that we should be releasing class schedules at the latest by the end of the day tomorrow. That will be done straight through PowerSchool to students. For those of you who do not have PowerSchool access, because you're new to our district, we'll let you know how to come in and get a sheet that will give you all of the access that you need to get that information as well. We can also give that to you over the phone if need be. Okay, so again, a lot of details coming, but I want to take a look at the schedule now. It's really important to notice that this schedule is nothing like it was in the spring. I know that many of us have talked about that over the summer months. Many of you have clued into some of the recent decisions and important decisions made by our school board. I think that people have done a great job of putting together a schedule that balances screen times with high expectations and allows us at Folsom High School to certainly maintain the high expectations that we've set over the years, but also be mindful of the need for teachers and students, time to work independently, to prep, and to get away from screens a little bit over breaks during the course of the day. So I want to take a little bit of a look at Monday's schedule over here. We start a little bit later each day than we used to during the regular school day. For those of you ninth graders who are new to us, we start normally at 8 o'clock, but we move the Monday start to 9:15, allows us to get our staff meeting in the morning and allows you to sleep in a little bit. Those of you who don't know me yet, you will find out I talk a lot about sleep, as we know how important that is to all of us, but especially adolescents and young adults who are growing, and it's really critical that you guys get the sleep that you need. So it's nice that we're starting a little bit later at 9:15. You're going to meet with each one of your periods very quickly, 20 minutes, all 6 periods if you have 6 periods over the course of the day, right through 11:50 with a break in the middle. The idea really behind this meeting is that you'll get the schedule for the week in terms of instruction. You'll be able to hear about your due dates and the calendar, when are assessments coming up, so when do you have tests and quizzes coming, when are projects due, the learning targets for the week that you need to be proficient with and work toward proficiency on, and maybe do some self-assessment on your proficiency with those targets, discuss a little bit of vocabulary, and anything else that teachers would like to discuss with you during those 20 minutes to get you set up for the week. But it's an important check-in for us on Mondays with you to make sure that we're set to efficiently use our time periods the remainder of the week. After 11:50, really that's time where we're going to use as a staff to collaborate and really build lessons in a digital format to serve you the remainder of the week. We have a lot of work to do to create videos and other resources to use with you guys, again, to maximize our time together on Tuesdays through Fridays. Okay, so moving into Tuesday through Friday, the bulk of our week, you will see that every day we have 0 period for 45 minutes, which is why we don't have 0 period on Mondays. The actual first period class starts at 8:30. Our classes are 60 minutes in length. So first period goes from 8:30 to 9:30. We then go into what we call pause at Folsom High School. That's personal achievement with support. And that is our advisory or pause class. You do have to check in, by the way, you are expected to attend every period. We are taking roll. My anticipation is we'll take roll in Power School, as we always have, at the beginning of the period. So you will be attending every single period all day long. You do not need to panic if something happens with technology and you miss. We know that's going to happen. We're working around that. We will make sure that we address that in ways to support you. So please don't panic if you do miss for those reasons, but we are asking you to attend every period and advisory every day like we normally would. Largely, advisory is going to be used in the first week or two to get information out to you. Videos around expectations, videos around culture and climate, that sort of thing, teachers setting expectations. They will take roll in those periods every single day. But as we move forward, we're going to use it a lot like we use pause at Folsom High School, where you check in, we take roll, but you're allowed to travel to other teachers. We'll talk to you more about the accountability of that piece later on. But it will probably be signing in or checking in with your teacher, and then you can bounce over to other teachers' advisory rooms through Teams and get the help that you're looking for, or take a quiz or whatever you need to do. Okay. Second period starts at 10:20 to 11:20, another 60-minute period. And then we move into a student activities, intervention, club time. And that's a great time, really, where students can meet together in their clubs. We have 40 some odd clubs typically at Folsom High School. We will be hosting a club rush. You can meet together as a leadership of your club or your full club along with your advisor during those times by setting up a team room and communicating to your peers. and we will facilitate some of that communication. This could be GPS, Global Perspective Studies presentations during that time period, college presentations, working on skills like interviewing, resume building, letter of intent or cover letter writing. All kinds of different things can be couched in this time period. Your teacher may also ask you, with a small group of other students or even individually, to meet him or her in a Teams meeting during that time to get some intervention and extra work on something that you're working on in class. So it can be used for an intervention time as well. That backs up to lunch, as many of you will travel to our site to pick up your lunch in the afternoon. Really, if you need to, you can take both periods back to back, and it gives you an hour and 40 minutes to travel, pick up your lunch, eat, and get back for third period. Third period starts at 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. And that again is 60 minutes, and then that leads into asynchronous time. Really, I'm calling that independent learning. That's time for you in the afternoons to start working on all the things that you've been assigned to do in an independent manner, whether that's work on projects, collaborate with peers, finish some homework assignment of some kind, watch videos, all of the independent learning activities that you will do outside of our assigned class times. Teachers then will utilize that same time to grade formative assessments, answer emails, and be accessible, in a non-synchronous way to families as well. Okay. Then that repeats itself. Wednesday, we go to 4th, 5th, and 6th. So Tuesday is 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Wednesday is 4th, 5th, 6th. And we repeat it again on Thursday and Friday. So Thursday back to 1, 2, 3. Friday back to 4, 5, 6. Okay. So that is a much more structured schedule than you guys were used to last spring. Again, we're really trying hard to make sure we maintain expectation and you guys get the education that you deserve. And we also balance that with the support that you need and the time, the breaks that you need away from the screen as well. So again, we will communicate more about the details of this, but I want to introduce that today. You'll be getting your master schedule soon. Counseling will communicate about any schedule changes that need to be made and any other details around the schedule. If you have questions about classes or academics, please reach out to your academic counselor. The list of counselors by last name is posted on the website. Same thing if you have questions around the schedule, how it's constructed, expectations, you need support with technology. If you would reach out then to your assigned assistant principal. We have 4 assistant principals assigned by alphabet. That too is shared on the website. You are always welcome to communicate with me, but there's one of me and 2,600 of you. So as much as I'd like to communicate with all of you, it becomes challenging for me. I do want to say what I left last year with, and that was our students at Folsom High School were absolutely amazing at communicating with us as administrators, me as a principal, teachers, counselors, doing that themselves. It certainly is not that we don't want to hear from parents. We absolutely do. But it's an important skill to learn to self-advocate. It's an important skill to learn to communicate by email or leave a phone message. And when you email us and you let us know what you need, please include your name and your grade. And if you can do it, include your student ID. That really helps us as well. That goes for both parents and students because we always are mindful of confidentiality issues. So when you request something from us related to your schedule, your grades, information, we need to make sure that when we're communicating with you by email or otherwise, that you are who you are. We don't ever want to give a student's information to somebody who does not have right to that information. And so many times we will ask for the student ID number, which only that student or that parent should know. Okay, so that's a lot. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll follow up with more videos soon. And go Bulldogs, guys. Take care.